Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Hello. How is everybody? Sorry for the delay. I had to find my glasses. I was like Daphne or Velma, and I couldn't find my damn glasses. Good morning. I'm seeing all the loungers. I see some potato and Angie B and olive juice. I see you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. And you guys are all excited about the list, so let's just pull it right up because I didn't think I'd be able to read it without glasses because it is kind of hard to read. Now, this I want to preface because a lot of people are saying this is old, and it is. This is from Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. It just was redacted before. So I don't know who's on this, and we're going to just, scroll through it. So good morning. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's take a look at this list. I'm gonna zoom it in as much as I can because I wasn't kidding when I said it's light and really hard to read. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to read this. Saul Levy. See, I can't read these, all of them. Del Coleman. Saul Levy. If you guys can make out any of these, I can't make them out, sadly. It's kind of a joke, to be honest. Test flight. Reba McEntire. Wait, hold on. Let me zoom in on that. Reba McEntire and Kevin McCutcheon. Reba McEntire and Kevin McCutcheon. Mark Klein wants an island. Mark, you're nuts. I'm brave for covering it? Why? I thought everybody was looking at this. If I could read it, it would be even better. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Mark Epstein, and Linda. Mark Epstein is his brother. Yeah, Reba McEntire. Who's Kevin McCutcheon? You guys are going to have to help me out because I don't know all these celeb names. I'm not a big celeb follower. So this says Mark Epstein and Linda. And then there's some small writing. I can't read it all. You'll bring them out with my computer. How? Where's the Reba one? It says... I mean, these are just horrible. Either it's written in pencil or they're horrible. Oh, that's her husband? Interesting. Show something to Reba McEntire and blank and Kevin McCutcheon. Yeah, it's really hard to see. It's kind of stupid how hard it is to see it. Hold on, let me make it smaller. So it's either Saul Levy or Paul Levy, Del Coleman. I don't know who that is. But you can see Reba right there. This is going to be challenging, guys, so I hope you're patient because this is not an easy task. So I'm going to use my annotate. I'm going to show you where it says Reba. because I don't know if you can even tell. Welcome, Kelly J. Thank you for joining.
Or is it a cigar?
Oh, you know what? I can probably yes, I can probably change it and make it a little darker, if that helps. That's a good idea. Let me try that. But I'm going to show you really quick since I have this out. This is where the Reba one is right here. Right there. This one is 1991. This is 1991. So that wasn't her husband. We're going to need to Google these people. So if you guys want to be Googling Kevin McCutcheon and see who the heck he is while I go through this, that would be great. Kevin McAllister? Kimmy?
I didn't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life. And I didn't want to see anybody else either.
KDK, I meant. All right, let's try to make this thing darker, shall we? Let's see. I can do it right here in OBS. I don't have to move it over to anything, so let's make it less bright. And give it some more contrast. Is that better? Oh, yes. That makes it so much better. Now let's add a little sharpness to it, shall we? Sharpen it up a bit. Too much. I don't want to sharpen it too much because then you can't read it. That looks better, huh? Can you guys read it now? I mean, hell, look how much darker the top part got. They did that on purpose. Made it horrible. All right, here we go. Show something to Reba McEntire. Mark Klein. Oh, to Reba McEntire's husband. Show plain to Reba McEntire and husband and Kevin McCutcheon. That's what it says. Show plain to Reba, her husband, and this Kevin character. They are number 22 on the list. Number 22. And then if we go right below that, it says something show. Oh, this is difficult. For something. Test flight. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Max. Somebody. Oh, Mark Epstein and Linda. In 1991, here's Potato with Kevin McCutcheon. Here we go. In 1991, Kevin McCutcheon started Starstruck Jet Aviation with country music icon Reba McEntire in Nashville, Tennessee. They saw an opportunity to serve the music industry by providing access, vetted, trusted charter service for entertainers and executives. From day one, their mission was to provide an atmosphere focused on customer service, safety, and privacy. What do you mean I'm reading them? How am I reading them wrong? All I've done, all I've done is scroll down so far. I'm not interested in all the other stuff. I'm just interested in these names and what they say. I mean, this is from 1991. We can look at where they left CMH and landed at CMH. I don't know what that is. Airport codes. But yeah, I mean, what I'm interested in is really just what's in the description here of who was there. Two. Yeah, I can't read the shit. Let's move on to the next page and see if it gets any better. I mean, these are from 91, so let's see here. So there was no miles flown on that Reba flight or the Reba note. They showed her the plane. Okay, so the next page, Jeffrey Epstein and Dana. Dana, this is July 31st of 1991. CMH to JGB. Then Jeffrey. Who is this? They did this on purpose so we can't read it. I'm telling you. Abby. They're just first names. Abby. Let's keep looking. We'll look for like recognizable names, I guess. That's all you can do. There's 118 pages of this mess. Jeffrey Epstein. Eva Anderson. Roger someone. Christie. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, someone in Christie. Reroute to TCB, Jeffrey, Ghislaine, above. These are all Jeffrey, Ghislaine. It gets worse. It's just first names, guys. Like, look at Charmaine, Jeffrey, Charmaine and Lisa, Jeffrey and Heather, hey, everybody, I'm doing the best I can with trying to read this thing. Jeffrey and Eva Anderson. Jeffrey Epstein, Heather, and Ira Zuckerman. Jeffrey and Christine Kennelly. Jeffrey, Christine, and Heather. This is, again, October 1991. Jeffrey, Christine, and Ghislaine. Sorry. We have Jeffrey, Ghislaine, and Katie. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Roger. Can't read it. Jeffrey and Harry. Jeffrey and Ava Anderson. And Jeffrey and Heather. Then this is November of 91. Damn, this one's even worse. Let me make it brighter. This isn't working for me. I'm blind as bad as it is. Too bright. Oh, shit, man. Jeffrey, Eva, Kennelly, Ghislaine, Christina. All these first names, it's disturbing. gotta be Harry Howard. Yeah, who's that? Who's Harry Howard? Karchi. All right. I'm just going to read what I can, guys. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Down the line. Something to pick up. What's that person's name? To pick up somebody. Fuck. Repositioned or something to pick up somebody. Yeah, this just keeps getting worse. You know, they built this all up and then gave us a copy we couldn't fucking read. This is a list of people that used his plane. Yeah, this is his flight log. So this is his private plane logs. Tito, Jeffrey, Paula H. Who's Paula H. in Tito? T-E-T-O. Tito. Jeffrey Ghislaine, Mark Epstein. There's Mark again. Jeffrey Ghislaine, Mark. I can't read that. Jeffrey and Kimberly. Jeffrey and one male? It just says one male. I wonder who that could be. Do they, Taylor? That's good news. Jeffrey and one male. Get the fuck on out of here. Academy Awards. Jeffrey and... I can't read who attended the Academy Awards with his ass. Ghislaine. It says Ghislaine. Academy Awards. Sick. One Pax, P-A-X. Is that like Jeffrey and one P-A-X, passenger? Jeffrey and Kristen.
You're awesome.
Christina. Jeffrey Ghislaine and Christina. Jeffrey and Christina. Jeffrey Ghislaine and Abigail. Yep, Abigail. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male. Jeffrey Ghislaine, Abigail. Ooh, what does that one say? There's a last name there. Hold on. Jeffrey Ghislaine, Alan. Oh, I can't read it. Alan somebody, and one male. No, it's T-E-T-O. I think Tito is T-I-T-O. O-A-X-A-C-A is person, passenger. I don't know. We're trying. I'm starting to agree with you. Pax is short for passenger. Okay, that's what I thought. Bob, Wendy, Ken, Kipper. Who else? Ms. Kipper? Who's Ken Kipper? Who's Ken Kipper, y'all? Jeffrey Ghislaine and Christina. Mandy. I can't read that one. Who's Kipper, though? Kipper.
Awesome.
Jan Kipper. Oh, shit. Reposition to TGB. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male. Jeffrey Ghislaine, 1 male. We're not going to get any good names, are we? Steve. Oh, wait. We've got some names down here at the bottom here. Steve. Starts with a T. I can't read it. Steve something. Ghislaine Koppel, Steve somebody, and I see Tuckerman or Zuckerman. Koppel. Isn't that like Ted Koppel? Who's Bob Wendy? It is. It's a holiday. Hi, Q. Who's Bob Wendy? This is nuts. Okay, keep going. Pam Stevens. Jeffrey and Pam Stevens. Just going to throw out names, guys, that I see. Jeffrey, Savannah. Savannah. Ian Zuckerman, it says. Ian something. From what I've heard, Pops and Sass, there's really no proof of any of Epstein's legitimate work. I know, true crime. It's a letdown because I thought it was going to be like something where we could decipher it. But we're going to read through it anyways. I mean, it's all we have. Kipper Gore. Is that what it says? Okay, we've got a James Murphy, Judy Tuckerman, and Steve Tuckerman. Judy and Steve Tuckerman. Judy and Steve Tuckerman. I have an Aunt Judy and an Uncle Steve, but their name isn't Tuckerman. And then we have somebody, Abigail Koppel. And like I said, Pam Stevens. Who's Pam Stevens? Oh, Kipper Gore. I was like, what? Jeffrey Ghislaine, James Murphy, someone Perlman, Mrs. Perlman, and Ms. Perlman. Perlman. Then we have Jeffrey Ghislaine and Foreman. And then we have Murphy again. IT2AK Perkman. Mrs. Perkman and Ms. Perkman. A bunch of Perkmans. Perkman. They're so perky, Perkmans. Okay, at the top here it says Deadhead. I don't know what that means. And then we have some more names. Let's take a closer look. Jeffrey Ghislaine, James Murphy. Jeffrey Ghislaine, James Murphy. Not sure what else that says.
La 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 la. You don't hold account.
Ooh, that just made it worse. Let me put the sharpening back on. They probably used a freaking pencil, too, to write this stuff. You know what? back in the 90s and shit. Oh, I can't read any of this. Eva Anderson is back. I'm having a tough time reading this, guys. Jeffrey, Moab, Utah. Jeffrey Ghislaine, Montrose, California. Jeffrey Ghislaine, Grand something.
You don't hold account.
Yeah, this is some shit, guys, that we can't see this clear. Deadhead is on here again, too. So we see up here we have one passenger, and no names listed, you know. But James Murphy is all over this one. I don't know who that is. And then another underneath there, I can't read it. All right, let's go to the next page. As if we don't have enough pages to go through. If you guys see anything, holler it out, please. Jeffrey Arthur.
Awesome.
Someone. Tommy Quinn. Arthur. I can't read the last name. And Tommy Quinn again. Deadhead for something. And then Deadhead again. Deadhead from MPI number 1. Jeffrey and Eva Anderson. Did we figure out who Eva is? Deadhead is a free rider, maybe a service person or employee. This has definitely been out for a while, but it was redacted. I guess. That's what they say. I don't know. James Murphy is a musician, says Pussycat. Oh, this is cute here. Okay. Check out something Cessna 172, and then we have Dando David. Oh, I see. MCA. This is maddening. Jeffrey Mark Epstein. Jeffrey 2 females. Jeffrey 1 female. Jeffrey Ghislaine 1 female. Jeffrey Ghislaine, no passengers. Jeffrey and Kim. Jeffrey and Ghislaine, no passengers. Jeffrey Ghislaine, and then picked up at something gate. That one says. Jeffrey 1 female, Jeffrey Ghislaine, and Doug with a question mark. You got Doug with a question mark. No passengers. Jeffrey Ghislaine 1 female, Jeffrey Ghislaine 1 female, and then it's all Jeffrey and Ghislaine, and Jeffrey and Eva Cox. Eva Cox. Jeffrey and Tasha. Now we're in 1992.
You're awesome.
Right, this is 1992. Jeffrey, Tasha. Jeffrey, no passengers. Linda, Jeffrey Ghislaine, and J.A.M. Jammers. Jeffrey Ghislaine, no passengers. Jeffrey, Mark Epstein, 2 guests, and Nancy. And we got One-Eyed Flo, too. We got Jammers and One Eye Flo on this list. What the fuck? Eva Anderson again. Jeffrey. For God-ass sakes. Where is the actual clear list, Alec? If I had that, don't you think I'd read it? Eva Anderson is a comedian, and her dad was a famous one, Harry Anderson. All right, we'll just keep scrolling because we've got a lot of years to catch up on. If I had a clear list, I would have fucking read it. You think I'd be going through this shit? I don't know if anybody typed it out that fast. It just came out 12 hours ago. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male passenger. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male passenger. Jeffrey, Tommy Quinn, Stan, somebody. We're just going to quickly scroll through these because I'm taking too much time. John, somebody. Who's that? John Who is that? John Stefano? Eva Anderson testified at Maxwell's trial. Mortimer Zuckerman, chief editor of the News of the World. Same paper as Robert Maxwell, Jizzy's dad. Wow. Wow. Jeffrey and something Nance, Nance. That doesn't say Stephanopoulos, though. It's not it. Snuffleupagus. John Stefani. Misty Blue. No, I just wrote this last night and figured I'd fuck with you guys and try to read it. Yes, this is what was released. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Aaron Nance. Jeffrey and Aaron Nance. And Jeffrey and Bob Gold. Here we go. Jeffrey, Aaron Nance, and Donald Trump. Jeffrey and Donald Trump. This is from 93. March of 93. Jeffrey, Eva Anderson. Eva Anderson. Bob. Someone. I mean, if there's a typed one, will you please let me know? I'm sitting here struggling. Yeah, there's your Donald Trump in 93. Jeffrey and the Stefanos guy again. Ian. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female, one male. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female. Sick. Jeffrey Ghislaine and Sophie. Is that what it says? Sophia? Jeffrey, Sophia, one female, one female. Jeffrey, one female, one female. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female. Sophia. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female. Sophia. Jeffrey and Rob Gold. Jeffrey and Bob Gold. Jeffrey. Jeffrey and Don DeVito. Don DeVito. Jeffrey. Someone Nance, and Don DeVito. Jeffrey, the same people again, the Nance and Don DeVito. Jeffrey Ghislaine Maxwell, Don DeVito, and someone else. Mr. Koppel. Jeffrey Ghislaine and Don again. Anyone know who Don DeVito is? I think it says Dawn. Or does it say Danny? Bearcat, he's right on the flight list, dude. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. But he did. Yeah, I'll turn up the contrast some more. I'll try again. Danny DeVito. Doesn't surprise me. All these people, it's why I've never been a huge Hollywood. I've never been fucking impressed by these people. There's more contrast. Does that help? I don't think anything's going to help us here, guys. I think it's just shitty. Don DeVito is listed in Epstein's Black Book on page 85. Epstein recorded 5 phone numbers and 2 addresses under this name. The main address for this entry is in Palm Beach, U.S. I know. I don't know. I don't know why people are so apologetic of Trump, too. It's like, dude, he's here. Sorry about it. They're all fucking creeps. There's not much you can do. Face it. I mean, this is the realization that we have to come to. Dude, we've got 118 pages, Donnie Norton. We are on our way. Eva Anderson in 1 mail. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Dawn, and someone Perlman. Jeffrey and Sophie. It's not Danny DeVito. It's Dawn DeVito. And Eva is Epstein's girlfriend. Eva Anderson. Well, Ghislaine was still there. She came around because they were on the plane together. Mary Richards. We've got Dawn DeVito again. Thank you, Melissa B, and welcome Tamara to the lounge.
So is that a joint?
I will, if you guys have super chatted, I will get to those at the end. I haven't forgotten you guys. Okay, Barry.
La, 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 la. You don't hold account.
This is stupid. You can't even read it. I'm getting pissed.
You're awesome.
Yeah, 1 mail with Eva. This is not as revealing yet as I thought it was going to be. Now my screen's all mixed up. All right, let's look at the bottom of this one. This is initials SG, GM, DD, MG, Rupert, and 1 female. Rupert. Louis J. Perlman was an American talent manager and scam artist, was the person behind many successful 90s boys band having formed and funded the Backstreet Boys. I bet he's not a pedo. Rhea Perlman is DeVito's wife. Is that the lady from Cheers? Don D was Billy Joel's producer. Rupert Murdoch. I posted a useful link in Mod Discord that could help people. Thank you, Jams. Let's see what Jams gave us. Maybe this will make it easier to read. Yeah, it's probably one of those little pencils. It sucks. Oh, thank you, Jams. So this has a list of all the people in the Black Book by alphabetical order. Okay. Someone said they get easier to read the newer they get. So these look to be like a lot of initials. This is 93 of October of 93. Looks like a bunch of initials. We've got Henry Rasinski, Rob DeVito, and Donald Trump. There's your Donald Trump again. Here's Donald Trump up here again. There's a bunch of initials and then Donald Trump. And it looks like they went from Palm Beach to TGB. They went from Palm Beach to TGB. And then again, Donald Trump went from Palm Beach to TEB or TGB, whatever that says. Lauren, somebody with a P. Henry Rasinski or something. So there's your Donald Trump 2 more times. And there's going to be people like, oh my God, he did not go. Rupert Murdoch, CEO of Fox News. Here, this one is a bunch of initials as well. Can't read the shit. Russ, somebody. Russ? Trump used Epstein's plane for interstate travel. Why would Trump need to use Epstein's plane? Let's talk about this. Let's talk realistically. Why would multi-billionaire Trump need to use anybody's plane, guys? Don't be stupid and naive. Don't be stupid and naive. Why in the world would a multi-billionaire need to use someone else's jet? He's got his own. I mean, make that make sense. That doesn't make any sense, guys. Don't believe the hype. I mean, that's just making excuses. I mean, this Donald Trump is not your freaking family member, so you don't have to defend him like he is. No one's perfect. And obviously, there's a lot of creeps who get off on sex with underage girls. And I'm not saying he did, but a lot of them do, obviously, because this flight log is 118 pages long. So they use each other's planes all the time. Why? That makes it even more That makes it even more freaking disgusting. Dude, if you think that Donald Trump or any of these men are not attracted to these blonde girls that they exploited, you're high. You're high. Look at the women that Trump surrounds himself with. Come on. Right, but Flo, is your son Donald Trump? I think if you're Donald Trump, you don't really need to be in a plane share. Good morning, Miriam. TEB is New Jersey. Right, I mean, he's posing in pictures with the dude. Exactly, Cheryl. And hello, Cheryl. It's great to see you. She says, I don't think he used it. I think he just went with him. Come on, let's just accept the truth. He was friends with this creep. Thank you, Ed Gain. All right, let's keep scrolling and rolling on this. Oh, it's much better now, guys. We can read it. Holy shit. Okay, so here we go. Barbara Vaughn. I'm just going to throw out names as we go. We're May 1994. So we're the Barbara Vaughn, Jennifer Driver, Jennifer and Mark Middleton, John Alessi, Donald Trump again, Marla, Tiffany, Mark Middleton, and Nanny. Donald Trump, Marla, Tiffany, and Nanny. Christina Kincado, Bob Gold. Dawn DeVito. Jeffrey Ghislaine and one male. Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male. Jeffrey Ghislaine and Don DeVito. Senator George Mitchell. Right here. Senator George Mitchell. From TGB to DCA. What is DCA? What is DCA for an airport? Senator George Mitchell. It doesn't matter if he went to the island or not. Dude, this guy had a house in Palm Beach, right by Trump's house in Mar-a-Lago. And he had a house in Manhattan. He had a house in the Virgin Islands. And where else? Come on. DCA is Washington, D.C. Okay. So Senator George Mitchell flew from Jersey to D.C. Don DeVito and Sophie again. And down here it says Selena. Salina. Jeffrey Epstein and Selena. Jeffrey Epstein, Selena. Jeffrey, Selena, one female. Jeffrey, Don DeVito, one male, two females. Jeffrey, Don, one female. Virgil Wolf, test pilot. Virgil Wolf, test pilot. Virgil Wolf, test pilot. Sean Lancaster. Sophie Biddle. Sophie Biddle. Francis J. Robertson. J. Robertson. Is that the evangelist? Isn't his name Mrs. Georgia and Mrs. USA? We've got a Jay Robertson. Rach, just Rach. Ishak Perlman is prodigy and world-class violinist. I've seen his concerts. His wife Toby and he run the Perlman Foundation. Ooh, yikes. Pat Robertson. Who's Jay Robertson? Don DeVito is a record producer. Mark Middleton, former aide to Bill Clinton, unalived himself in 2022? What? Are you serious? Damn. Okay, so we have Mandy Milroy. Francis Tarpon. I'm saying these wrong. I'm just reading them how they look to me. Eva Anderson. Francis Harding or Jarding. Sean Lancaster. Eva Anderson and Francis Jardin. Francis Jardin. Jardin. And then this one, we have Jerry, in addition to Jeffrey and Ghislaine. One female, Jeffrey and one female. Jeffrey and Sophie Biddle. Jeffrey and Francis Rupert. This is still 94. Sophie Biddle, Francis again. Sean Lancaster and Judd Vikart. Eva Anderson, Rupert, somebody, and father. Jeffrey and two females. Jeffrey and one female. Jeffrey and one female. Two passengers down here. I can't read the names. Mark Epstein, Ghislaine, Jeffrey, and one female. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, and Andy Stewart. Andy Stewart again. Ghislaine and Andy. Ghislaine, Andy, and Honey. Someone? Rose? Something? Rose? Henry Roski? Henry? It's not Honey, it's Henry. Henry Roski. One female. And then Henry again. Jeff, Ghislaine, and Andy and Jack. Jeff, Ghislaine, and Andy. Jeff, Ghislaine, and Andy. Jeff, Ghislaine, Andy. Jeff, Ghislaine, Andy. Rupert. David Roth. Another passenger. We have Rupert, Luba, and four passengers. Then we have Janice Kevy. Kevgy. Jeffrey's aunt is on this one. Ghislaine, Andy, Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's aunt. Then we have Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Andy, Jonathan, Daisy, and one female. And then this Andy all the way down. Ira, someone. Then we have Mark Epstein again. Senator and Mrs. Mitchell again. Senator and Mrs. Mitchell, two passengers. And then we have Andy Stewart, Matt Greppy, and then Jeffrey and Jennifer. Twice. Jeffrey and Jennifer twice. Do you want one Jennifer or two?
You guys want one Jennifer or two Jennifers?
Andy Stewart, David Ross. I'm just reading what I can see. I can't see a whole hell of a lot, guys. Jake Robinson, Mandy Melroy, Robin, Matt Grippy, Alberto Pinto. And then here's Matt Grippy again and Alberto Pinto. And then we have Jeffrey with one passenger, Jeffrey Ghislaine, Mr. Cooper, Koppel. We have 100 more pages to go. So you don't know what names are going to be on here. We're only in 1995 right now. So I'm going to just keep reading. Paula something. It's getting better, guys. It's getting better. I almost feel like that sharpening makes it worse. Okay, Ms. Roth, Richard Cohen. And then we have somebody else, Roth, a first name I can't read. Christine with a K, Ira, Matt Grippy, and 5 passengers. So we have Jeffrey, and then we have AS, and Matt Griffey, and 5 passengers. Then we have Jeffrey Ghislaine and 6 passengers, unnamed. And this is from August of 95. And those passengers went from TEB to ASE. That's where they flew to and from. If you notice, though, on this flight, there's Jeffrey, AS, Matt Grippy, and 5 passengers. But then on the other one is only Jeffrey Ghislaine, who wasn't there before, and 6 passengers. It doesn't say David Lee Roth, no. It's like O. The first name begins with an O. Something Roth, and Mrs. Roth, Ms. Roth, and Richard Cohen. Ira, someone, Steve and 3 passengers, Matt Grippy again. George. Can't read that. Paula Epstein, Francis Goodman, Sophie Biddle, Pascal, Luis, Eva Glenn, baby, 1 female, still 95. We have Matt Greppy, AS, a bunch of other people, and a nanny. 3 males. Sophie Biddle and 3 males. Gwendolyn Beck. Somebody Schume, SCHUME. David Amon. Then we have just Jeffrey Ghislaine and Deborah. Andy Stewart. Richard Cohen wrote, "You've got mail." Sharon Reynolds, Jimmy C-A-Y something, Jimmy, Maria, Christine, Claire Hazel, Sophie Biddle, Eva Baby, and 3 passengers. Eva Glenn Selena. 1 male, 2 females. Elizabeth. Way too small. Pamela Johanneff. Catherine Kotzig. 2 females, 1 male. Sorry, I'm all stuffed up. Ira Zuckerman. Andy, Mandy, and Ralph. David Rootman. Felicia Taylor and 2 passengers. David Rothman. Selena Middlefars. Ruben Plant. Times 3. 1 male, 1 female. John Glenn. Alan Dorshowitz. Selena Middlefart. That's what it looks like. Middlefart. Dieter. Ira. Jeff Shantz. Darren. Dieter Kaza Dumel. Larry. Shannon. Joe Pascal. Andy Stewart again. Leslie, somebody, and 3 passengers. This Dieter guy is on there again. Jeff Shantz. And Darren, someone again. Jeff Shantz. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, and Claire. And Russ Copes. Eva and Glenn Dubin. Baby and nanny. Eva and Glenn Dubin, baby and nanny. David Roth. And 2 females. Paula Epstein. Jeffrey Ghislaine, 2 aunts. Paula, Mark, and Karen Epstein. It was a family affair that day. The whole Epstein family. I can't read any of that mess. Oh, now we're back to where they're shitty again. We have Amanda. We have Gwendolyn Beck. Yeah, you're totally right, Matt S. I'm definitely not familiar with private aircrafts. I'm just trying to read names here. Claire Hazel. Pamela Stevens. I mean, this guy was a creep. Anybody that was kind of associating with him is kind of gross, man. I mean, I'm just going to say it like it is. How could you not know what the dude was up to? This wasn't some big secret, apparently, among the elite. Selena Maddlefart. It totally says fart. Selena Maddlefart. Susanna. Joel Pashkow. And you know what? If I was on this list because I just simply used his plane, I'd be like, press release. I'm on the list, but I just used his fucking plane. And I haven't heard nobody say that. Anybody. Sorry. Sophie Biddle, Middlefart, Ginger Southgate. Here's a new name. Ginger Southgate. Lynn Forrester. Russ Morris. Heather Mann. Paula Epstein. Talking about turbulence there. Christy Rogers with a D. Heather Mann, Selena, Glenn, Eva, Selena Metalfart, Heather Mann, Judy Tuckerman, Jack Robertson, Stephen Judy again, Heather Mann, Claude Hazel, Gabrielle, just a Gabrielle and Jeffrey. Heather Mann. Who's Heather Mann? Emmy Taylor. Lynn Forrester, Larry Visosky, Jordan Dubon, and Nanny. How nice. They brought their nanny to watch their kids. This Eva, again, all over it. Doug Shatilli. Gwendolyn, Becky, Belinda Luntz, Ellen Spencer, Sophie Biddle, Chris Wagner, Paul Mello. Doesn't even sound like a real name. Oliver Sacks. Chris Wagner. Jeff Ginger and Mandy Lang. Chris Wagner. Christy Rogers. Patsy. St. Clemens. Jeff Ghislaine, Cherie, and Claire Hazel. Mandy Ellison. Shannon something. Alberto Pinto. Henry Rusansky, Melinda Luntz. Look how small this is. What a joke. Melanie Starve something. Paula Epstein, Adam Perry, Joe Pagano, Mandy Ellison,
Awesome.
Lynn Forrester, Larry something, Rhonda Rhonda with an S, sure, Adam Perry Ling, Alan Dershowitz, Gwendolyn Beck, Mark Epstein, Mandy, Alexia, Jean Luke, Lance Kelson, can't read any of this mess. Shelley Ann Lewis, Tiffany Catherine Granza, Linda Pinto, Claudia Hazel, PP, Charles, Monica, Inca, Alan Dershowitz, Tiffany Gramza, Sophie Biddle, Inca Durek, see a lot of the same names over and over. Tiffany Gramza, Mandy, somebody, and Tiffany Gramza. And she was on there with Ghislaine and Jeffrey. Here she is again, Tiffany Gramza. This is, I don't know what year this is. I can't read it. Jeffrey, Slow Flight, whatever. Shelly, Lisa, one female. Tiffany, Paula, Shannon Healy, Claire Hazel, Claire Marshall, and one male. Elizabeth, Paula Epstein, Mandy Claiborne, Shelley Lewis, Shelley Harrison, Aubrey Raimbolt, Oh, now they got a Sharpie and we can read it. Melinda Luntz, Gwendolyn Beck, Shelly Ann Lewis, Alberto Pinto, Mandy Ellison, Jean Mangle, Joel Ashcow, at something. Mark Mc something. I can't read it. Mark something. Mick something. These are all test flights, it looks like. Joel Pashkow. I don't know who these people are. Shelley Lewis, Paula Epstein, Peter Marino, Elizabeth Johnson, Shelley Lewis, Sophie Biddle, Kelly Spam, Peter Marino, Shelley Lewis, Ricardo something, Shelley Lewis, Jessica Baker, Richard Legoretta, Kelly Spam, Epstein Island is TIST. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I was actually just going to ask that. What code? I care about anybody on here. I mean, I want to know who affiliated themselves with him in any way, really. Virginia Roberts, Pete Sorensen, Shelley Lewis. But I will look for the TISC. Christy Rogers. I just don't think that just because they didn't go to the island doesn't mean they're not creepos. Larry Morrison. Alexa something.
I missed something. Can you say it again?
Stop it. Ugh. Heather Mann, Rhonda, Kelly something Virginia Roberts. If you guys know any of these names, let me know. Gwendolyn Beck, Joel Pascal, all these same names. Seeing the same names. Yes, I will slow down on the tist. Now that I'm looking at those, I will. Thank you, Arky. Thank you, Arky. Yes, I will. I'll like glance over. This one here is a tist. And it says something Roberts. See, you can see them now. I'll put it so you guys can see the flight thing. Okay. Ed Tuttle. You guys, who is Ed Tuttle? Gwendolyn Beck is in Congress. I was thinking of Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck, remember his show on Fox News? We got 1,000 people watching, guys. Have you hit that like button? All right. Ed Tuttle. Carolyn. Shelley Lewis. Virginia Roberts. Here's a tist right here. Shelley Lewis went to the island with Jeff, whoever she is. Jonathan Mond. It's an instrument check. Here's Ed Tuttle again. Tist would be all initials. We have Ghislaine, Jeff, and then 3 initials. BKAP and GM, it looks like. This is all still secret. I'm really disappointed. Here's another tist. It's all initials, guys. Look. Sheridan, here's one that's not though. Sheridan Gibson and Alexis Wall something. That's to tist. You can see, Gypsy, if you are only interested in the tist, you can see them. You can see where they flew to and from. I'm doing my best to pick them out, but I'm also trying to read this. So they went to Bella somebody's funeral. Jeffrey and SK did. And you may not care about all the other flights, but I'm looking at all of them, guys. You have to have some patience. Like on this page right here, there's no TISC. There's no island flights. So you just want to ignore the whole page? Like, here's your TISC. It's all going to be initials. They're not giving us shit to that island, guys. Look. Initials, SK and one female. I mean, we all knew that they took females over there. But it's all initials. Yes, it is. What an utter disappointment. This is January of 2002. We have Ed Tuttle, Alberto Pinto, Cindy Lauper? Does that say Cindy Lauper? Cindy Lopez. Girls just want to have fun. Bill Clinton. Here we go. And all of you guys, you only want to pay attention to TISC, right? Or whatever that's called. Bill Clinton flew from Miami to HPN. Bill Clinton, 4 Secret Service, 2 males, 1 female, TG, GM, SK, and AP. No, this is a flight log. This is how they wrote it. This is how they wrote it in the flight log. This is like the pilot or somebody. David Rogers, whoever that is writing this. All right. We've got a mess here. Here's your tisk to JFK. All initials. GM, SK, AP. Somebody Wendy or something, or Leroy. I don't know what the hell it says. And 2 females. Joe Pagano. Julian Todd. Joe Pagano. Julie Todd, 1 female. Bill Clinton. Right here. He didn't go to the island here either. So are you guys just going to ignore this? No, you're not, because you hate Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton. Doug somebody. 3 secret security. And JEGM and SK. Here's another one. Bill Clinton. Doug Band or Bands. 10 Secret Service. JEGM, SK, and somebody Campbell. And then we have Nicole and Jennifer Mann. On here we have PBI to Tisk, which is the island. All initials. Jeff, Ghislaine, SK, AP, and 2 females. SK and AP are big in here. SK. This is all initials as well. And not one trip to the island on this page. Same name, Cindy Lopez, all over this. I don't know who she is. Laura somebody and Cindy Lopez went to the island and back. Who's Cindy Lopez? President Glenn somebody. What's GMTT and GMME for a destination? And BED. Virginia Roberts, Shelley somebody, and Cindy Lopez. Nicole Junkerman. Here's some more island right here. Shelley Lewis and Diane somebody went to the island. President William J. Clinton. That's what it says. President William J. Clinton. Kevin Spacey. Chris Tucker. Who's Chris Tucker? Same as above, less Ron Nurkel. Same as above, plus Ira something or other. Who is Cindy Lopez? I'm looking in this book to see if I can find Cindy Lopez. Hold on. Because she's all over this, whoever she is. Hang Hang on, I got to get to the L's. There's a lot of people in this little black book. That's for sure. Mick Jagger is in here. Oh, boy. Chris Tucker, the comedian. Cindy Lopez. I'm still looking. Hold on. Robert Plant. Dude, there's a lot of people in this fucking book. Courtney Love. Lopez isn't even in the little black book. She's not in the little black book. Cindy Lopez Buckleretz is what I found. Knucking Futz, who is she? She's a young model. Two lies and a truth. I'm out. Why are you out? Because I'm reading something that was put out? Jesus. Why would that make you mad? Do you know these people? For God's sakes, who gets mad? None of us know these people. And they all associated with Epstein in some fashion. So why would you get mad at me? Weird. Weird to get angry about this. Juliette Bryant, Anna Haynes. These are all to the island right here, these dark colored ones. Anna Haynes, Juliette Bryant. We're only on a page 100 of 108 or 98 of 118. And to be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed that this is not a little more exposing like we were told it was going to be, you know? I don't know if you guys can make out any of these names on here. I cannot. Michael Michael starts with an L. No clue. Happy New Year, Ruma. I can't believe people are mad because I'm reading this or trying to read this anyways. What's the deal? If you really look up to celebrities that much, you might need to re-examine your code of ethics. Because if you think that these people are beyond doing bad things just because they're celebs, I don't know. Michael Liebman. I mean, all these people that are in here know that their names are in here and that it's going to be released. So this should not be a big surprise to anyone that's on this list. So over here we have, let's see. Can't read any of this, guys. I'm trying to make some of it out and I can't. And I haven't seen Prince Andrew not once. And he was the big one they talked about. This is 2003. Here's Cindy Lopez again. Andrew Marakovich, whoever that is. Larry Visori. I'm just reading the ones that are legible. You see a lot of island ones here. And unfortunately, look, they're all initials. Except for Susan Hamblin. But look at all these initials. Doug Band. GM. All these initials. SK is all over it. I don't know who SK is.
You don't hold account.
Here's more to the island. Mary Robinson and Gary Rose something. Something Darby. See, and there's not any island ones on this page. Fran Paula Epstein, Ed Amato is the examiner or something on this plane. Like a lot of this is plane testing as well. But there's no. This is not revealing. This is a joke.
You don't hold account.
Here's Bill Clinton again. But this is EBBR to ENGM. And we have Jeffrey, and then we have AM, Doug, somebody, President Bill Clinton, and then SK again. And this is 2003, October of 2003. So if we look at these, we have Bill Clinton on a lot of these right here, okay? So this one goes from ZUUU to ZBAA. And this has Bill Clinton on it right here. These are all Bill Clinton. These 4 right here. And then also this one up here is Bill Clinton. And this is from 2003. Nick, somebody. This is an island trip. We have Jeffrey, SK, Nick, that starts with an L, Chris Connolly. I don't know if that's what it says. Tom Payette. I think that's what it says. And then all of these are all island trips as well. All of these. And we have redacted, redacted, Kimberly Burns, maybe. Gary Fennell. Quite a few redacted names here, huh? JBL. Sarah Kellen, which is an assistant. Okay, that makes sense why she was there all the time. Look at all these redactions. Here we go. Oh, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A name redacted 12 times on this page. I see Arlene Weber, Forrest Sawyer. Forrest Sawyer. Who is he? It is crap, Gypsy Soul. All the island ones are initials. Ooh, Detra Ed says Sarah Kellen, Leslie Groff, Adriana Ross, and Nadia Marcinkova could still be subject to criminal charges in Manhattan. The redacted names could be open investigations. Valdson Cotran is also on there. Gary Blackwell. Let's see. PBI to TIST is Jeffrey, BT, blank, SK, and TD. And Mark Epstein, again. Look at all these redactions. Whoever that is got their name redacted. How lucky for them. Anybody have an idea who JLB is? And here's more. Yeah, they're all initials, guys. Andrea. Somebody is not redacted. So Bill Clinton didn't even care to get his name redacted? Does that mean he just straight up doesn't care, or what? Ava Anderson. Look at all these. Patsy Rogers. Chrissy Rogers. Okay. Jeffrey, JK, blank, SK. Laura Andrew. And then someone else. Andrew. Jeffrey, JK, SK, blank, and David. Jeffrey, JK, blank, and Natalie. Jeffrey and blank. Jeffrey and blank. Jeffrey and Andrea. Jeffrey and Andrea. Jeffrey blank, SKTD, and VC. VC? Who's VC? Look at this horse shit. It's all redacted. And initials. Susan Hamblin is the only one that went to the island that's not redacted. Susan Hamblin. Noelle Began. That's just a Palm Beach one, though. See, look at all of the island ones are initials, guys. What a big fat nothing burger. Bill Hammond, whoever that is. Yeah, this isn't telling us shit. Jeffrey, SKDB, and Tatiana. Jelaine and Ian. Jelaine, AMSK. Jeffrey, AMDB, and blank. Hal, Lexo instructor. That's a flight instructor.
I found a few matches for that. You mean out courses?
What?
La 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 la. You don't hold a count.
Here's another one with Tatiana. Who's Tatiana? Jeffrey, Ghislaine, SK, and Tatiana. And then we have redactions. Paul Helzog. I was going to compare the initials to the little black book, but there's a ton of names in there, guys. Alan Dershowitz. We'll go back and look. This is the last page, so we'll go back and look a couple of them up. Here is Ghislaine, Larry, and Lisa Summers. Larry and Lisa Summers, whoever they are. That's it. That's all of them. How ridiculous. Okay, let's look at this one. AMSK. Let me see if I can find an AM. I mean, there's so many names on here. It's ridiculous. There's an Alessandro Manfredini in the UK. Alessandro Manfredini is listed in Epstein's Black Book on page 34. Epstein recorded 2 phone numbers and 1 address under this name. I don't think they named the victims in here, though. Pickle. I'm just going to assume they were all on there. Okay, I can search. It has a search bar, so hold on. Larry. I'm going to look up Larry Summers. He's not even on the Black Book. So he must not be. I just don't get why they put J and then AM and then SK and then put Larry Summers. Like, why put Larry Summers on blast? It's too hard to look them up. Larry Summers, former Secretary of Treasury. How interesting. How interesting. Wolfdog thinks the blanked out is Biden. Yeah, I don't know, guys. But I will put the link. I actually shared this document out on all my socials. So if you guys want to look at it yourselves, and then I'll share this link. I'll share this link, and you guys can look up the Black Book thing too. So let me put that in the description of the video right meow. Exactly, Trey Snipes. Happy New Year, Trey. Happy New Year, Trey. So there's 1,971 names in the Black Book. AM is Allison Mack. So this is the little Black Book here. Let me get you guys this link. Here, I'm going to share it in the chat. You guys will have it if you want to. Yeah, I mean, Bill Gates was definitely on there. So where did he go? Maybe he's blocked out. Whoever's blocked out was there a lot. Because we have a lot of redactions. And Larry and Lisa Summers went together. So what's with these women going to the island? I will read super chats, yes, before we go. I'm not done yet. I just wanted to get this stuff, the links in there so you guys have it. Alan Dershowitz, law professor. Thank you, beautiful Auntie Cheryl. So we got the Epstein Little Black Book in the description of this video as well. Oprah, Lady Gaga. You guys feel that blocked off might be the victims? I feel like those, for the most part, were like, the initials and stuff like that. I don't see them naming. KR, I think, is Keith Rennery. Is there a Marina Abramich? There could have been. Alan Dershowitz was one of OJ's lawyers. Wow. Sweet Tea says there's more coming out today. Doug Band's office of William J. Clinton. Doug Bands is listed in Epstein's Black Book on page 4. Epstein recorded 5 numbers and 3 addresses under this name. The main address for this entry is New York. Interesting. Did they list the pilots? Yeah, the pilot is David Rogers. He signed every single one. KDK, I'm intrigued and sickened at the same time. I feel the same way. I've just heard a lot more people went to the island that aren't even on here, as far as I can see, unless they're the initials. But here's a Ray Garzanza, but that's not an island trip. All the island trips are initials. It's bullshit. Why do you think more is coming out? What are these women doing there? What are women going to Jeffrey Epstein's island for with their husbands? Like, what kind of a trip would that be? Investing in what, though? There's no proof that Jeffrey Epstein was had any kind of legit business. There's more being released. Why don't they just let them all out? This is all from Ghislaine's trial. Why can't we just see them all at once? Why are they doing this? This almost seems like a game to me. I don't know why, but why not just release it all? This is from her trial. Her trial's done. She's been sentenced. Why not just release it? It's all old stuff, okay? That's what you're not understanding. This is all from her trial. None of this is new. It's just been released and unredacted more than it was before. I've never followed QAnon. Never. I don't know anything about QAnon conspiracies. That's not me. Arky Main says, to get a better idea of who is redacted, let's examine the destinations. We can piece a lot together. Yeah, they definitely paid to get their things out there. This is not... Listen, guys, this has all been out. This is from Ghislaine's trial. They have released some more unredacted information. It's totally not anything new. They didn't create a new list to release. This has all been in her case file. Yeah, they do sound like swingers. And it definitely feels like a game. I agree, Deborah. I never followed Q shit. Never. Never. I was not in that group of people. Nope. I didn't fall for any of that. Mm-mm. Who's it going to bring down, though, Resin? I haven't seen anything damning. Tyrannicide. Operation Trust was the most successful 1920s Soviet communist plot that your school never taught you about. Operation Trust. I have to admit I've never heard of that, but I'm going to look into it. I'm new into digging into all of this history stuff. It's fascinating to me. I think Jeffrey Epstein's story is fascinating to me, and I almost feel like we discussed this in Discord last night. If you're not in our Discord and you are a member of the channel, you can join. But we talked about this last night, and Island and I were talking about it. And we think Jeffrey Epstein was a pawn in this whole game. Like, he did his sick shit, but when he got caught, done with him. Done with him. Hey, Myron. Happy New Year.
You're awesome.
I mean, you can say everything's old because... Oh, my gosh. What did I do? You can say everything's old because the Black Book has been out. I lost my pinned chat. I don't know why. True Crime Junkie, you don't think he was a pawn? No. How did he manage to do all this? Oh my gosh, why didn't you guys tell me I had feedback? I lost my pinned chat. I don't know why. You guys, can you hear me okay? Prince Andrew, you think is redacted? True Crime Junkie, you don't think he was a pawn? Why is my audio so shit? Oh. How did he manage to do all this? Oh my gosh, why didn't you guys tell me I had feedback? I lost my pinned chat. I don't know why. I don't like that. You guys, can you hear me okay? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, Prince Andrew, you think is redacted? True Crime Junkie, you don't think... Did I have this? Do I still have that buzz, guys? I feel like my shit ain't working right. Hello, hello. It's bad. It's bad right now. Hold on. How is it now? Is it good now? Can you hear me now? I should be good now. Do I still have a buzz? Yes or no? Am I buzzing? How about now? Is this good? Thank you, guys. Sorry. Is it still buzzing? Fuck. It's my connection or something, right? Hear me now. I should be good now. I still have that background noise, though. I must have a loose cable. I must have a loose cable. Let me know, is the buzz gone now? But now I'm really low, right? Hello, hello. Yeah, this is fucked up. I gotta fix this somehow. Hello, hello. Oh my God, that was really loud. Hello, hello. An AI generator. I know, I don't know why.